Alright guys, I got two different bits here and let's see which one is worth the money. So this one is an American made bit and this one is just a no brand. I bought it at Home Depot and I already did a test and I didn't like it, so I ordered a second one and we'll just test it out together. So let's put the bad one in and let's see what it's all about. I make a lot of these keys and I'll cut them out on the CNC table, but then I got some cleanup work to do. And I made one of these and ruined it, and let me show you why. So this is just the inside piece, but same scenario here. And it's got a little bearing, so you're supposed to ride the bearing and it's supposed to clear out. I'm sure you know how this works, so let's just get started. So, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you can see the bearing was riding up top here, and you see this little gap that it's leaving. So, in a sense, it's cleaning up the one side, but then it's creating a whole new groove up here. I don't know if you guys can see it from there, but it's got a lip. So you pretty much would have to sand it again just to get rid of that lip. So it's almost like sanding the bottom. You could just sand that lip off. Now that's riding the bottom bearing, so watch, when we slide it down, and let's say we were going to ride the top bearing. Alright, so same thing, we'll just mark the area that we already did so we don't do it again. But we'll ride the inside this time, or let's just ride the outside, and it's got the little notch there. Alright, so once again, I think actually it's even worse. But you see the bottom got cleaned up, so that notch, very little bit is still left right there, but it's cleaned up. But look what it did. It actually dug in deeper than the original piece that it was riding. So it almost looks like the bearing doesn't fit the proper depth of this pin, and I did try replacing the bearings and it looks like it's the same thing. So I guess just the tolerances aren't that great, and you know, this is after all a Chinese brand, so it's going to be less quality control. So now let's go ahead and see if this American brand Whiteside is any better. And it comes with a little gel coating just so the tips don't get beat up. Compared to this one, you know, it could have been banged up already. But that wouldn't affect the fact that it's not cutting correctly. I almost cut myself. There we go. So I did get this one a little bit smaller just because on my big key I do have some areas I would like to go into, whereas the other one, just because it is a little bigger, it wouldn't fit in some of these areas. But same idea though. So we'll pop this guy in. Alright, so once again, we're going to ride on top of that bearing, so that should be good, and it should just clean off the bottom. So let's see what it does. And again, we'll mark the area that we already did. So we did this area here. So we'll just go ahead and do the inside profile here now. guys to look. It's flush. So that part right there, I don't know if you notice, but I needed to actually raise it up just a little bit. It actually went just below that little notch. So that notch would have, like, that's what I should have done. Put that notch right there. But if you look at the rest of the profile, it's even. It doesn't have that kind of a notch where you would have to pretty much resand the rest of that part. It goes all the way perfectly. So let's do like this part right here, okay? So this part is good. We'll just do the bottom. Look at that. It took off just a tip and didn't damage any of the rest of the wood. Comparing it to this. So this is the part that I used. If you guys want to use it, I'll throw a little description and a link down below. If you guys want to build your own router table, it's much cheaper. I think this was like $10. I'll throw a link below as well. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. But I'll go ahead and quickly do this key and let you guys watch. There it is. So it's not gonna be perfect, just so you know, because my edge wasn't perfect, like right here. So if the wheel is riding on a rough surface, it's gonna give you the rough surface, but it's not digging in. So that's more or less, you know, if I were to prep it a little bit more, if I were to prep it a little bit more, it'd be even better. But like right here, you see this little imperfection. When the wheel rode over the imperfection, it mirrored the imperfection. But at the end of the day, a little sandpaper, you're done. And then here's the comparison of the other one, right? So this right here was the good white side drill bit. And then this was the other Chinese brand. So I'll leave it to you guys. Let me know what you think.